I'm about 7 octaves lower this morning. This
Oh
evening.
no. Oh no, you don't even know what time it is.
And I also don't know what an octave is anymore.
Oh, I've been through that.
I'm kidding. I'm okay. I do know. I just wanted to acknowledge that it's not I thought today would be a lot worse than yesterday, but this time yesterday I had like 12% voice, I would say.
Hmm.
But now I'm like 78% voice. It's just that voice is a little bit lower.
It doesn't, I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
noticing. Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
kind
good.
of like you said to me when I had a low voice, you're like,
Hmm.
I don't notice. So
Yeah.
maybe it's all in our heads.
'Cause it's
What is a
all in my
voice?
head.
Over and over
Yep,
again.
you got it.
Tim McGraw
I don't know. I don't think so.
and
Is that Tim
Nelly.
McGraw? Oh, and Nelly, yeah.
Yes, they did well, there maybe it was Nelly first and then because that was a super popular song. Cause it's all in my head. I
I
think
think
about it
about it.
over and
Jason
over
Derulo.
again. Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a Jason Derulo song? No.
That's
Over and over again. I can hear it right
over and
now.
over again. Is that what it's called?
Over and over again.
Song by Nelly. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Phew.
And then Tim McGraw.
Okay.
Yes.
Here's
2000, oh,
the first
2004. Bringing me
three
back.
lines of lyrics just to jog your memory. But I'll read them rather than sing them. Uh uh uh
I
uh
just looked that
uh.
up. That's probably
Oh,
the Nelly
adorable.
part. Uh, uh,
Uh-huh.
uh, uh, uh. 'Cause it's all
All
in
in
my
my
head.
head, I
I
think
think about
about
it over and over again. And I can't keep picturing
picturing
you
you
with
with him,
him.
and it hurts so bad. Yeah, over and over again.
What if this podcast just becomes pulling up
Karaoke.
songs from 2004 and we just sing read the
I think so.
lyrics? I would actually do pretty well because, as we know, our memory and music,
Hmm.
those things, they stick.
It's so funny
There
you say
was
that.
the
Go ahead.
last time I did a long car ride, which was, oh, well, when did I do to Chicago, the
Mm.
suburbs when I went by myself. Brian has Pandora, or no,
Ooh.
sorry, not Pandora. What's the other, the car one?
Sirius XM.
Sirius. Gosh, thank you,
Mm.
not Pandora. So he has Sirius XM radio,
Nice.
and I put it on the 80s, 90s, 2000s throwback stations
Hmm.
and just kept cycling through. And the amount of songs that I was like, where had that been?
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yes.
get to listen to music for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And I sang so hard
Hmm.
and loud and loved it.
I celebrated a friend's 32nd birthday yesterday, a little birthday get together, and she started playing Hannah Montana songs off her
Okay.
TV, and that unlocked something in me. But also, one of my friends is a music therapist, and so I was like, I know what I'm
Oh.
about to say. Like, is not anything profound. This
Right.
is like the purpose of your profession, but like, isn't it so crazy how music is like connected to memory?
Yes, it can instantly
Uh-huh.
transform you back to a
Mhm.
place,
Yep.
a moment
Yep.
in time. You
Yeah.
can
And the amount of
remember
Hannah
something you were
Montana
doing.
like knowledge trivia I did not realize I still had is definitely
Okay.
there. Like as these songs were playing, I was like, oh, this is the one with Jake Ryan.
See, that's an era.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not in the Hannah Montana era.
It's unfortunate. It
I
was pretty great. It was a fun time.
but
But
Nelly over and
but
over.
now that's another era.
2004, high school graduation. That was there. That was
Over.
there. Wow. Nelly. Didn't I see him live? I think I saw him live. I'm pretty confident I did.
I'd believe you.
Or did he? I'll have to go back. There was
Did
some
he see
concert.
you live?
No. I think he didn't show. Was he the one that didn't show up?
Oh
There
no.
was some tour. I don't remember. I'm not gonna try to recall some random memory that no one else will know about. I'll ask Brian because I think that was some concert we tried to go to.
Ah,
So it was within the past 10 years. But
okay.
anywho, um,
Good evening. Hi. Hello.
good
How are you,
evening.
Jordan?
Just lovely.
Good.
and a little chilly
Yeah. I just put
because
a
of
sheet
course it
over my
is.
tomatoes that are probably
I
already dead
freeze warning,
because I
frost
didn't
warning.
did not do that for my plant last
No.
night, but that's the only thing
Yeah.
I've planted so far. I was waiting. I wanted to really get into stuff last weekend, but I was like, the almanac says to wait until I think it said the 23rd. But it looks like we're pretty much in the clear the rest of this week. So hopefully I can get
Hmm.
my raised beds going and get stuff
Central
growing.
gardening.
Um,
Yes, we were
but I
in the
guess,
basement.
yeah,
In the basement Friday night.
yes.
Thankfully, no actual, or at least not that I'm aware of, no actual tornado came through.
Yeah, not
But
here, but
certainly
in
some
Normal,
strong
my
winds.
brother and sister-in-law are looking at a new roof and showed the
Oh,
map like of where this F1 tornado passed through Normal, and it is like literal streets away. Like the path was
shoot.
just a couple blocks down
That's
from where they're
crazy.
at. So, yes, no, scary. And I think was it Brian and Mitch were talking about this at Hayes's birthday party yesterday, where I saw you
Hmm.
IRL. It was delightful, but having to do the whole thing of like, is this storm for real? Like, is this worth taking down a sleeping baby? Like, are we getting
Yeah,
her? I mean,
we did.
Lily's in a bed now. We got Violet out of her crib, and
Yeah.
it was honestly like I think having a kid, having a baby involved in storms makes it a bit more serious
Yeah.
of having to be like, I'm the
Otherwise, I would have been upstairs watching it, to
yeah,
be
yeah,
honest.
I'm a little bit that
I'm
way
one of
too, but
those.
then also the like, oh, I'm the grown up here.
Right.
Like I am making
I'm in
important decisions
charge.
for the safety of my family right now.
Yeah.
But took her down and luckily she pretty much stayed like snuggled up in the chair for a good while. And
Yeah.
then she started waking up a bit and she was making the cutest faces because she just kept smiling and like she would look at Mitch and wave and then look up at
Unaware.
me and wave. And but it's like she was thinking like, oh, I'm in the basement with mom and dad after bedtime. I
Something fun's
always
going on.
wondered what my parents did at night. This is so cool. Like you could just see she was like half out of it, but also knew that
Yeah, something's different.
something special, something different was
Yeah.
happening. Getting her back down into her crib was a little less fun and
Oh,
silly, but it
well,
happened. She was fine. And
Lily didn't wake up. Picked her up
wow.
out of her bed. She didn't wake up from that, and she had just gone to
Mhm.
bed when we needed to come downstairs. And then put her on the couch in the basement, and she stayed asleep. Picked
Good.
her up, put her.
Wow.
Brian took her upstairs,
Good.
and shout out to Brian for his being weather prepared because
Yeah.
I did not realize this was going to be maybe as serious as it was.
Mhm.
But he had weather prepped the basement in case it
Good.
flooded, because that happens.
Good.
And yeah, had his multiple computer monitors going with the different radars and news
Which
feeds
is
and
just the, I heard someone at Kroger the next morning, because also Morton Kroger got hit, like that whole area
yeah,
got,
sure did.
I was surprised driving into town Saturday morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not know. And
Yeah,
I,
windows were blown out at the
yeah,
U-Haul place and
ugh, yeah, no,
yeah.
it looked nasty.
Yeah.
Um, but I heard someone else at Kroger like sharing this reflection of like, it's just so, like if you don't have TV anymore, like we don't have cable by any
Mm-hmm.
means, or even like, a what am I trying to say? Like, I'm sure we could put in an antenna and access
Oh,
like
the
local
rabbit, well,
news,
the formal
but
rabbit ears or
yeah,
former, not formal, former
right.
rabbit ears.
But
Yeah.
we don't even have that. I'm sure we could, but we don't, and it wouldn't. Yeah. So then you're like scrambling to see who's on Facebook Live and how do I get there? And then now I want to answer this text from my mom to tell her that, yes, we're in the
Uh-huh.
basement, we're doing okay, we're safe. But now I go into that and it closes out of the feed. And now when I go back, I have to watch an ad to get to, it's just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
frustrating. And I know the answer is at least I need a weather radio. I'm surprised
Mm.
I don't have
Yeah.
one because
It's a good
I
idea.
should. And so
We
maybe
don't
this
have
is
one.
me putting this into the world that
Yeah, because
I'm
if
I'm
the
going to
the
get.
internet goes off,
Exactly.
then
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
If you
Precisely.
don't have cellular data or cellular data that's good, or that gets wiped out
Hmm.
somehow, what do you have to hear what's going on out
Yeah.
there?
But the last like good. I don't know if this is a positive reflection or whatever, but also my last note on storms is that we live just down the road from the WEEK station. So when I hear that
Yes.
Chris Yates is like our staff is sheltering, they're all in, they're sheltered. I'm like, we need to
Oh,
be in
you
our
know to
basement.
go.
And then when he
Yeah.
lets his staff out, because they always kind of like talk that through and announce it on air, like, yes, you can let everyone
Yeah.
back in. I'm like, okay, let's wait this out a teeny bit. But Chris Yates says it's okay for his staff, so we should be good. Like less
Yeah.
than, we're about, I'd say a half mile away from the
To say you're
station.
super
So
close. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
Oh, all
storms.
that to
It's
say,
April.
it's April and welcome everyone to an episode all about weather. No,
And thank you for
episode,
listening. Podcast music.
yeah. We're on episode 38
That's great.
of Millennial Mom Thoughts.
Amazing. Oh,
Helen.
I'm so sorry. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm still
Helen.
thinking about tornadoes.
Okay. That's Helen thinking about
I'm
tornadoes.
Helen. I used to want to be a meteorologist in junior high until I did not stellar in
Not.
science class and got scared. So,
And I'm Jordan, who did not ever have an intention of being a meteorologist, but just thinks weather is cool.
hmm
It's interesting.
hmm
Don't
Welcome
know
to our
all the
weather
things.
podcast.
So
On this
welcome. We're
show,
gonna
we
be talking about cirrus clouds and
um
cumulonimbus.
hmm hmm
Other kinds of clouds are there? Doesn't
uh
matter. So we're gonna talk
I'm
about
panicking.
ancestry
Yes.
and some other stuff. Um, but first,
hmm
well, you already said we had an in real life IRL, as the kids say, uh, get together that I was invited to. I only want to put this out there because I think it will make your sister laugh that you invited me to your sister's
By
son's
saying like, "Hey, you guys, are you
birthday
gonna see you
party.
guys on Saturday?" And you're like,
And I
"Where?"
was like, what are you talking about? And you're like, oh, she was supposed to invite you. So I
She
was
said she,
invited,
yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
I did text her the invite to Camden's upcoming birthday.
And did you
So
say, "Look who remembered"?
I did
That sounds
not.
like your
I did not.
voice and what you would say. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I could walk down the invitation because I
No.
here's a pro tip if anybody is like, hey, printing invitations is expensive. Print them at Walmart as a photo.
Mm-hmm.
So just a 4x6 photo. They're like 14 cents a piece. I'm not
Smart.
kidding. I spent under,
Smart.
I think I spent, or yeah, like just at $5 for 30 prints.
That's
Are you
amazing.
looking
Sorry,
at
I'm
something I'm
distracted in
typing
this
in?
moment. There's a child crossing the street by my house carrying like a
Oh,
sword that's about her height.
okay.
It's, and she's wearing like flower leggings and striped skirt and cheetah print sweatshirt. So it's a
I
whole.
just thought you were giving me a funny look.
No,
Like,
sorry. I was
is there
like
something
creeping
wrong?
behind
Is
my
there something on
laptop
my
looking.
head?
No,
Or
there's
is there a
not. Birthday
spider
parties,
behind me?
invitations, pro tip. That's a
Birthday
great pro tip.
parties.
I love
It
that.
is.
I
It's
love that. I
very
handmade
inexpensive.
invitations this year and I was like, Who am I? What am I doing? This is
No,
adorable,
that's
but also
lovely. That's lovely. But
probably never
when
again.
you don't want to do that
Yes.
in the future or run out of time,
Walmart.
yeah, photo print the four by it's more expensive if you do the 5x7, but it's still not that it's not even that much.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna
Cool.
have those dropped into backpacks tomorrow.
Excellent.
Um,
Exciting.
my okay, I can finally talk about this now because
Drum
it's
roll.
publicly announced. I am so glad that this got approved and so excited, but I was approved in collaboration with the Morton Public Library. My group that I established called Reconnect Morton, which I'm a little worried that I'm confusing people because I started a lot of initiatives, but it started out wait until 8th. And then it was like this isn't covering as much as I want it to cover. I want it to be more things than just wait to give your kid a phone until the end of 8th grade. So, Reconnect Morton has absorbed, if you will, the wait until 8th pledge. The wait until 8th pledge is still there. Still do it. That's great. But Reconnect Morton, which has its own, well, Helen's been linking it in the shows and it's on 4 norms. We'll link it again today. But it's a way to actually connect with the people in our town, in our community that care about this. And this being play-based childhoods, not screen-based childhoods, and all of the things surrounding that. So not just smartphones, but other things. Anyways, so Reconnect Morton, me, partnered with the Morton Public Library to apply for a Morton Community Foundation grant. They do a grant cycle every year in the spring. And I've never applied for a grant before, and so I worked with her name's Ashley at the library, and she kind of helped me with that. But I wrote it, and she gave me tips and suggestions on like things to put in there, and so I wrote it up to put screen-free activity stations throughout Morton. And I contacted businesses. I think I've talked about that part before. Contacted businesses, and several of them got back to me and said, yes, we will host. I said, it's free. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay for it. I just need locations that are going to agree to have these. And everybody that did respond was like, this is a great idea. We'd love to host it. So for this year, and I hope this continues to grow, but for this year, there will be a bin at Bob Grimm Chevrolet. There will be a bin at Adore Bridal. There will be a bin at Leaves and Beans. And then the two smaller branches of Morton Community Bank, they will each also have a bin. So I've got 5 spots, and all of the items in the bins are purchased at Lulu's on Main.
Love it.
So that it had also another community partnership established. And so if you get to that bin and are like, hey, this is really cool, I want this thing, guess what? You can go over to Lulu's on Main and you can buy it. Boom.
Genius. Love that.
So excited that got approved. And I think it's just, I know people care about this. I know I'm not the only one. We have conversations with people now, I feel like all the time, or at least I feel like I am. Hey, I care about this too. Hey, I saw you, like, I want to talk about this too. Or, hey, I was talking about, I'm worried about screens, blah, 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 blah. So I know I'm not the only one, but this is going to take a community effort to change the norm. And it can really start to grow if there's buy-in, and this is one piece of that to buy in. Screen-free waiting. Periods of waiting don't have to be on a screen, and normalizing that. So it's super, super cool.
Yes.
And then that got featured on the Smartphone Free Childhood US Instagram page.
It was a gorgeous post too. They have such beautiful.
So cool. I was like, I wish I had those. Somebody do those things for me. But here's what's really cool. You want to know who liked that post?
Who liked
I know this
that
is so
post?
silly, but Jonathan Haidt.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Amazing. Yes.
So Jonathan Haidt liked something that's going on in Morton, Illinois. There you go. And it's kind of a full circle moment, because really Jonathan Haidt's book is what kicked off this whole thing for me. So he has no idea who I am, and that's fine, but he saw a project that I worked on and put time into, and he liked it on Instagram. So there you go.
Because turns out we're not alone out here, like it is.
Yeah.
Whether you're writing published, highly read and reviewed books about these things, whether you're having a little podcast with your friend, or whether you're just waiting at a local business and see a little screen-free activity bin, and you're like, yeah, that's what I want for my children. I think, there's many big ways to spread the message. There's many small ways to just make little changes in our day-to-day lives. And I just love that you are actively pursuing that. So A, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And B, thank you. I'm so grateful for you.
So go visit all those locations and then fill out the survey that's attached so that I can demonstrate the need and desire for these.
Okay.
There will be a QR code for parents and caregivers
Excellent.
to scan and take a survey so that I can get feedback, because
I will do that.
I want to show that this is something that our community wants and will use.
Fabulous.
And then I can continue to apply for the grant year after year.
Fantastic.
So, yep, I'm really excited about that. And then one last small blurb. There's an event that I have
Oh yeah, I just saw
created,
this.
which I it kind of just I don't know, it just kind of came to me. So there's a boy in Camden's class. His mom has a business called Tiny Heart Stories,
Yeah.
and she does different story times around town and different places. She's really, really sweet. And so I messaged her, or not even I was talking to her, and then we were texting, and I said, we should do some kind of an event where like you read a story and it's my group, your business, just something fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it happens to be the same week.
Mm.
National Children's Book and Screen Free Week are the same week in May, May
Ooh.
4th, May 4th through the 10th. And so I said, because we don't have like a physical location that we could go and like host an event, like a location site. So I just want people to get outside. That's the biggest thing. I want to promote play, and screen-free reading. How can we do that? So I didn't put a time on it. It's all day, which makes it also a little bit easier because then it's not some kind of an quote unquote official event.
Mm-hmm.
Which if that makes, no permits are needed
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
um,
So
you
I
know,
can bring fireworks.
well, I don't know about
I know permits are
that.
needed.
I mean, I'm not gonna say yes or no, but
You heard it here
I don't want
first,
to be held
folks.
responsible. No, no, no fireworks. Zero fireworks are allowed. Do not bring your fireworks. So it's all day. So basically, it's at Idlewood Park anytime, and I am collecting books for kids of all ages, even through adults. And there is a little free library there at Idlewood Park, but I want to have they have those covered, picnic
Mm-hmm.
tables. I want to put book boxes inspired by
Mm.
Jill Anderson of Mindful Tech Lessons, where she has community book boxes. I thought I want to put some books in boxes on the table, and they're kind of like, if this is a book that you like, you can take it with you. That's
Cool.
fine.
Yeah.
Um, Need to get the book donations first. I have some that I can weed out of my house,
Okay.
but I don't have enough that it's like, hey, here's a whole bunch of books that I have been sharing. I shared a couple spots on Facebook, like if you're clearing things out,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Spring
might
cleaning.
when yeah, it's spring cleaning and it's before the town garage sale day, but I will continue to see who's got some books that they want to clean out of their house from baby to adult. I will
Excellent.
take them. So that is on May 9th, and it is the entire day from
Fantastic.
from dawn to
Are
dusk.
you going to be
I
there
don't
the
know.
entire day?
I will not be there the whole day.
Okay.
I don't know yet what time specifically I'm going to be there, but that's again why I put it as an all day thing. So it's you just when you want to go to the park, this is how you're going to celebrate. You're going to get out and celebrate Screen Free Week and National Children's Book Week
Cool.
with a book and play in the park.
I love that.
So there you
I
go.
love all of those things.
Go to Idlewood Park. Rain or shine. Hopefully no
Mm.
rain. Hopefully just
Tornado?
shine.
Just kidding. I
No,
don't,
no.
not going to jinx your day.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Helen.
Yeah, no. I said it, so it can't
Take it
happen.
back.
That's how I
Erase.
used to live my childhood. I'd be like, if I think of the worst possible thing, that thing would not happen. It would just be
No.
ridiculous if a bear walked in the room right now. Like it could happen, but it's not going to happen because I already
The
said like,
the chances of that happening, thankfully, are quite low. No bears that I'm aware of,
yeah,
but stranger things have happened. No bears. Anyways, so those are the updates. Those are the
amazing,
things. Pretty
amazing.
excited.
I don't think I have many updates other than I did accept an offer to teach some courses this summer through our local community
Yes, yeah,
college
that's
with
awesome.
the TRIO program. If you're familiar, it's a federally funded program for first generation low income students. But this is the Upward Bound program, which is kind of the high school feeds
Hmm.
into the trio program. So this is with ninth through 12th graders who do this 6 week summer camp at
So cool.
ICC, and I'll be teaching a yet to be determined number of courses with them.
I
But
know, but you
I'm
have some
I have
ideas.
some ideas, including one on like analog life and being
Yes.
tech intentional, which I think would be super, super cool to them. So, or cool to do with them. And I
Yeah.
will certainly share updates on that as that becomes hopefully more of a reality. But I also, would love to have a little summer gig going on income wise, but also was thinking a lot about how what I do in teacher prep, like the longer I work in higher ed, the further I get from my high school teaching experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to stay relevant. I want to be able to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk, and to be able to, like have this experience continuing to
Yeah.
work with high school age students was just something that personally felt like a good move for me to, yeah,
Yeah.
to stay relevant in that way. And so I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. That's really
So,
cool. I'm
yeah,
excited for you.
it'll be neat.
Glad that worked out.
Yeah, but other than that, it's we're getting into another like birthday centric time of year over here. We of course had the birthday party you were at yesterday in my family. I had friends party yesterday, and then today we celebrated Mitch's sisters, the twins,
Mm.
who had a birthday earlier
Yes.
this week, and they wanted to go to the zoo. So we all took
Oh,
Violet to the zoo,
okay.
and it was a little bit chillier
It
than
was. Yeah.
one would want it to be, but the giraffes did come out just as we were there. Like they had been
Nice.
inside, and then when we were over on the overlook, like one started poking her head out and another one, and then they opened it, and then yeah, so we got to see them pretty close. So that was
Well, good.
fun. The lion was sleeping on the rock, and the monkeys were silly. It was great, and it's fun to see Violet like really starting to take that kind of stuff in. Like
Yeah.
she's tracking them. She's watching the animals.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
calling them all Oscar, which is
Your
one of
cat.
my cats, Oscar.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Yeah.
goes Oscar, Oscar, and then any animal right now is Oscar, including the other cat, which is
Well,
hilarious. Poor
there you
cabbage.
go. Oh, well.
But that's my life. That's my
Well,
life.
good.
How
Exciting
and
stuff.
it is exciting stuff. But also exciting and important is ancestry, is preserving memories to share
Yes.
with future generations. And yeah, this is
Yes.
a topic I know that has come up for us many times,
Yeah.
just like as part of our conversations we have on here.
Yeah.
And it is also something like central to my dissertation and some of the kind of like
Mm.
reasoning behind the work that I do. So I'm actually remembering I wanted to share a quote from the book I wrote my dissertation on. I need to go grab
Yes.
that book. So
Okay.
give me a moment, do a little tap dancing, or we can shun on shun.
Oh, we'll shun unshun. Or I will secretly reveal some interesting fact that you never knew. Oh,
I'm
never
back.
mind.
Oh, what were you gonna do?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to go back and listen to
You're right.
the
I
edit.
will I will know at one point. Well, while I find my page here, anything you want to share to kick us off into this topic?
Yeah, I think just what got me started thinking about this again was because I still get all the ancestry emails. I had an
Mm.
ancestry.com account and I did a trial because it's really expensive. I don't know if you've ever looked into an ancestry.com account.
Yeah, no, I have not.
It's
Yeah.
it's I understand why it's expensive because there's a whole lot in there that you can do, and I'm sure that's a system that's needing to be maintained. Um, but I did a free trial, and then every I don't know how often it's like, hey, we have a discount. You want to do another,
Hmm.
discounted program? But I think it was kind of during the pandemic. I'm trying to remember exactly when I did it. That kind of makes sense that it was then because I wasn't going anywhere and also just had a new baby.
Hmm.
But I thought I want to know what's out there that can be discovered on like
Hmm.
how many generations back. And I got pretty far
Hmm.
and it was wild. But my dad's mom, my grandma Annabelle, she got super into genealogy and
Hmm.
ancestry and has had all of her things on paper, which are now at my parents' house, I think. Um, but there's a book. So my maiden name is Ogle. That
Hmm.
she worked with another Ogle relative, and they like tracked back to the original Ogle. And I don't remember how many generations back it was. It was many.
Mm-hmm.
And so this man, and I believe he lives in Alaska. So I have a relative, distant relative in Alaska, and he put together this whole family book of the
Mm-hmm.
Ogles, like the clan of the Ogles. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it's, I think they were English and Welsh, if I recall. So, but I'm in that book because it was like from the maybe 2000s or something is when he had it published. So
Mm-hmm.
it's at my parents' house. I'll have to go back and look through it. Anyways, I just was
Yeah.
thinking, okay, so I have this whole book of like my
Mm-hmm.
dad's side, and has this whole circle of who's related to who, and
Mm-hmm.
then the tree, the family trees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Yeah.
what will that look like? what
Mm-hmm.
what will that tree continue to look like long
Mm-hmm.
after I'm, gone,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe 200 years later?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, we have how do we keep track of things, and then how do we preserve stories and memories and things that we
Mm-hmm.
want to pass down? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I've, yeah, just been in this whole space, my headspace of thinking, how do I keep track of things that matter, that I
Mm-hmm.
want to be passed down?
Mm-hmm.
Because looking back at things that I've found through Ancestry, pictures from old yearbooks that were
Mm-hmm.
scanned, and pictures of my grandparents that I never saw that
Mm-hmm.
are like online,
Mm-hmm.
in different yearbooks, and thinking, will my great great grandchildren be like, oh, my great great grandmother Jordan
Mm-hmm.
did X, did a podcast. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah. And
what
where
was a
will that be
podcast?
saved and how will
Like,
that be? Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
will someone listen to this, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, in 100 years?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what will they think of
Yeah.
life? Will there be anybody left in 100 years? Because what's going
Well,
on?
I didn't even think to bring this up, but another book that I just finished reading a couple years ago, that's the newest book by Ian McEwan, and it's called What We Can Know. And it essentially toggles back and forth between the year 2014 and I want to say it's like 2199 or some year down in the
Oh, wild.
future, where they are like academics, researchers looking back on this lost poem is kind of the premise. But so much of the book is about like how we, like our present moment that we're living through right now, how we will be remembered. And they're talking
Yeah.
about things like how, the past has no more privacy because in the future they have
Ugh.
access to, they
Yeah.
made the decision to make all of our quote unquote private things public and accessible and like saved in these modern digital
Yeah.
archives. And so you can not
Yeah.
only go back and like listen to someone's podcast, for instance, but they would be like
Yeah.
reading our emails, reading our text threads, reading,
Oh,
like all of
Lord.
any of our digital communication,
Yeah.
and let alone
Huh.
like our personal, like they could read our web search history and they could learn through
Oh
our,
boy.
yeah. And so, like it brings up those privacy issues, and then it brings up
Yeah.
the idea of just like the amount of material that these researchers would have, like
Uh-huh.
ethical, decisions aside, it's just like the amount
How do
of
you even go
historical
through that?
information. Like, what is the future? Yeah, what are future researchers going to do
Just
about
blew my
us?
mind.
Yeah, no,
Just blew my
it
mind.
was a mind-blowing book. The plot of it itself was like interesting, but really the kind of, I think, tangents that it went on through that were fascinating and
Yeah.
really, and it resonated so much with the kinds of things that you just brought up that I
Huh.
think about all the time too. And I have a lot to share with my own family, I'm sure, but I did before I
Yes.
get
What's
too
your
far
what's your
off.
quote?
So it's an extended quote. It's like, hi, listeners. Helen here with a quick revision and an addition. First, the Ian McEwan book I read a couple of weeks ago. I said a couple of years, but a couple of weeks ago came out, I believe, in 2025. And then the book I will be quoting from, I didn't give an author nor a title, but it is Lost Children Archive by Valeria Luiselli. And yes, I just thought I would not be any sort of PhD in literary and cultural studies if I did not correct the record. But anyway, enjoy. I'd say
It's
three
okay.
quarters of a page, but this is
Oh, that's
something
fine.
that whether or not it landed with them or not, I read it to my high school students like over one of my recorded class sessions during the pandemic because I was like, this is just like really saying something to me right now about like feeling overwhelmed. But it
Yes.
happens in this moment. So there's families on a road trip, and the son asks his mom what it means to document things because he's just gotten an old like Polaroid camera. Like this is a book that takes place in our present moment, but they've given him a camera so he
Mm,
can document
okay.
their road trip. And he asks his mom, like, but what does it mean to document something?
Hmm.
And she says that documenting just means to collect the present for posterity. And he asks, what do you mean, posterity? I mean, for later. I'm not sure, though, what for later means anymore. Something changed in the world. Not too long ago, it changed and we know it. We don't know how to explain it yet, but I think we can all feel it somewhere deep in our gut or in our brain circuits. We feel time differently. No one has quite been able to capture what is happening or say why. Perhaps it's just that we sense an absence of future because the present has become too overwhelming, so the future has become unimaginable. And without future, time only feels like an accumulation of months, days, natural disasters, television series, terrorist attacks, divorces, mass migrations, birthdays, photographs, sunrises. We haven't understood the exact way we are now experiencing time. And maybe the boy's frustration at not knowing what to take a picture of or how to frame and focus the things he sees as we all sit inside the car driving across this strange, beautiful, dark country is simply a sign of how our ways of documenting the world have fallen short. Perhaps if we found a new way to document it, we might begin to understand this new way we experience space and time. And I'll pause it there. But
Hmm.
yeah, that idea of just like the accumulation of things because
Yeah.
we now have so many ways to document and it
Yeah.
lives with us like on our person, whereas think back 50 years ago, if you wanted to take a picture at an event, like you need to make sure that you bring the camera, you need to make sure you have the equipment, right? And then
And
after
it
you've
was
taken the
big.
picture, you need to go develop that
Yeah.
thing. And then once you
Yeah.
have that thing in hand, you need to find the album to place that. And where do I put this album on the shelf under the, there's like all these
Physically took up
physical
space. Yeah.
decisions to make. Whereas now, yeah, you go to the zoo with your daughter and your sisters-in-law and you snap a gazillion pictures and then the end of the day you say, "Hey, make sure to send those to me later." And then you get them on your
Uh-huh.
phone and you download them and it's just everything's so
Yeah.
instant, but also everything is so much that it can
Yes.
feel overwhelming. And so the idea that I really pulled out of that and wrote a lot about was like finding new ways to understand space and time, finding new ways to document
Hmm.
our experiences and being intentional about how we perceive and capture the world we live in when it can feel so overwhelming because that was something I felt both at that time, teaching through the pandemic was like students don't even know what to focus on right now because
Yeah.
everything just feels like so much. But also, we've always felt overwhelm. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
before I go too deep down that kind of tangent, I just kind of wanted to bring that in because it's just an excerpt that always continues to resonate with me, which is the title of my dissertation too, is resonance and all that. But
Well, I see why.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What does it mean to document? And then
mm-hmm,
it's like what is later? Like then
mm-hmm.
or why are we doing
And
this?
why?
I
Yeah,
well, and I even it made me think, and I wrote that I want to, in addition to documenting, I want to talk about what it means to be present in a
mm-hmm,
moment
mm-hmm,
because I think even I in the moment I feel conflicted with, do I document this moment, aka take a picture or video on my phone,
mm-hmm,
and then interfere with the moment,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
it's 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 something that I feel like, oh, I want to capture, I want to hold on to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it's a yearning for this moment is, so
Mm-hmm.
I can tell there's something precious about this
Mm-hmm.
moment. And there's tons of those, but I want to hold on to it. I don't want to let it go. And so I
Mm-hmm.
better take a picture of it so I don't lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But what does take, does a picture actually contain all of the feelings and
Mm-hmm.
the air temperature and the sounds and like
Mm-hmm.
all of the things incorporated into a moment. And so
Mm-hmm.
am I losing the ability to be fully present
Mm-hmm.
if I'm worried about documenting something to
Mm-hmm.
hold on to it and maybe look at it later, and then maybe later doesn't come because it's in a whole album of these digital
Mm-hmm.
moments in time that live on my phone that eventually go to a hard drive that is in a fireproof
Mm-hmm.
box in a safe
Yeah.
because I don't want
Yeah.
to lose any of them.
Right.
And so what do I do with those, and how do I hold on to these moments to then share? But then I don't know. It starts to like
Yeah.
kind of snowball. It's this this maybe
Yes.
makes it sound more dramatic than it is, but
No, it is
it
though.
it I do start to think about, am I interfering with being present in the moment, trying desperately to capture that
Mm-hmm.
moment?
Yeah. Yeah. And part of my research led me through like the history of the personal camera and
Mm,
how when
yeah,
cameras started becoming things that were commercially available for people who aren't professionals, like for amateurs, to purchase,
right,
and then
right.
becoming increasingly portable and able to
Yeah.
take with us from location A to B and then put in our bags and put in our purse and now put in our pockets.
Yeah.
The shift in documenting family life, because
Yeah.
prior, like that was a formal one time occasion. Like if you were to get a family portrait, this was something you dressed up
Oh yeah.
for. This was a place you went to have a
Yeah.
professional do this. And then that was the family photo, right?
Uh-huh.
And now it is the expectation, it is the norm to be constantly documenting family life, whether that's like I'm a mom and my daughter's doing something new and I'm going to be taking a picture of her as she maybe to get her first steps, or maybe it's just her eating a piece of watermelon because that's cute. And
I
then
know.
and then also the way that like at the end of every family event for all the holidays, we have to get our family Christmas picture, have to get the Easter
Uh-huh.
picture, and you got to gather everyone together to document this moment in our lives. And I'm not critiquing this impulse because I likewise
No.
share that.
Well,
Like I want,
I wanted to share how
yeah,
many
let's please
I
hear it. Yeah. How many
on
pictures
my
have you taken today?
well, today,
I'm
not
kidding. What?
not
Yeah.
more than one. We went and played at Lincoln with some friends, but on my phone, and I
Hmm.
have had to delete multiple rounds.
Yeah.
So this is not like all the photos that exist. On my photo library, which is photos and videos, there are currently 26,074.
Incredible and overwhelming.
What am I gonna
Yeah.
26,000?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing though. That's just that's not even all of, it's 2026, and then I've had to delete some of 2025 off of my phone
Wow.
because I had too much. I don't know what the
That's
math on that
impressive.
is.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's a lot.
But I can't I I still I haven't stopped yet, and I haven't I think missed a day yet. I'm terrified of when that's going to happen. I have at least one picture of every day of Camden's life and every day of
Wow.
Lily's life.
That's, yeah.
But now that I've done it, I'm like, well, I can't. There was one day, I think it was recently, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't take a picture. And I ran upstairs and I took a picture of Lily
Oh
when
my
she was asleep
gosh.
in her bed.
No, you didn't, Jordan.
I sure did. I sure
So
did.
why is that?
I
Why, like,
don't
why
know.
do you think that is?
I think I saw something one time of some person, like a not professional, semi-professional or professional
Mm.
photographer that took a picture of his daughter every single day from birth until I think 18,
Wow.
and did like a video. super, super sped up. And so you could literally watch this baby turn into an 18-year-old
Mm-hmm.
girl in a matter of minutes. And it was beautiful and
Mm-hmm.
sweet. And I remember crying and just thinking, oh, I have to do that, because how cool would that be? Who knows that they'd even think it was cool, but if Camden when he's 18 is like, I have a picture of every single day
Mm-hmm.
of my life. But does he even want that? I don't
Well,
know.
is it
I don't
about
know.
him or is it, like it
Well,
can
I
be
don't
as much
know.
for you to be able to say, look at this human that I have raised for 18 years. Is this human coming
That
down the
human
stairs
is
right now?
currently looking
Yeah.
right at me because
Yeah, I
he
was
came
gonna say.
downstairs. Yes. Anyways, so this human is now listening to this conversation. But
Fabulous.
I I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for me because I enjoy looking back on the pictures that my parents, mostly my dad, but my mom took them too,
Hmm.
the pictures and video that my parents took of me and my sister.
Hmm.
And it's a way for me to kind of transport back
Hmm.
into childhood and remember
Hmm.
these things. I mean, I even talked about it a little bit, the VHS
Yeah.
of, when we talked to Mrs. Gangstead
Hmm.
of my first grade play.
Hmm.
And I don't think I even brought this up. This isn't related to first grade, but um the last time I was home when we went back for spring break to my parents' house in Carmel, I wanted to get up in the attic and find some things with my dad. And I'm not kidding, for 20 years, I don't even think that's an exaggeration, maybe 21 years, we have been missing this one VHS tape, a family home video.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the golden tape. It has all of the things that we quote from,
Yes, we've got one of those too.
like,
Halloween,
it's
baby.
the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it had been
It's
missing, and we thought we lost it because we
you
had
found
taken, my sister and I went over to something at our aunt's, or a thing for cousins, and like we brought home videos, like all
it.
watch together and laugh and stuff. And so we thought, oh no, we left it at their house, and like they moved, it's
Yeah.
gone.
You found it.
I found it because
Amazing.
it was in a box of VHS tapes of NSYNC appearances that I had recorded off of the
Now
TV.
those are the golden
DMA.
videos.
Well, I was like, I gotta see these. I want to
Hmm.
convert those VHS to
Hmm.
digital and put those online immediately because I recorded, it's like 15 tapes. I mean, it's
Wow.
an absurd amount.
Yeah.
I was a little obsessed with NSYNC. So, but it was in there. It had gotten mixed in.
Yeah.
And I FaceTimed my sister when we were playing it. I was like, Jesse, do you know what we're looking at right now? She goes, oh my gosh, you found it.
Wow.
Last thing about this is that she had a dream like 2 or 3 days before I found it, that we found the tape. I thought,
Whoa.
That's
Life is
weird.
funny.
Yeah. So she had been
Resonance,
thinking
baby.
about it, and
Mm.
I was like, I went up in the attic, and my dad was like, it's not in that box. We would have gone through it. I was like, let's just check.
Wow.
There it was.
You
Anyways,
knew.
so
Dang.
preserving it. So now I get to
Yes.
go. I've been able to play that video in my mind a
Mm-hmm.
little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but now we can go see it
Yes.
and then somehow
Yeah.
convert it to a digital format and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, put it somewhere. I don't, but then it's like, okay, now what do we do with
I
it?
know, I know.
I don't
But
know.
before we get to the like, what do we do with it
I
question,
know,
that
I
just
know.
like, I think you share this with me as well, that like I have memories that are totally blurred between like, do I really remember that or am I remembering? I think you
Yes.
said that about the
Yes.
first grade play. Like, I don't know how much I really remember from that experience, but I remember what it looked like on the
Yeah,
video.
because
And
I've seen it.
for me,
Yeah.
those are my memories of my grandparents. Like I lost
Mm.
all
Mm.
of my mom's dad had passed away just before I was born, but then lost all of
Okay.
my grandparents like well, young and then into high school. But especially with
Yeah.
my papa P, like my dad's dad, I have memories of being with him, but I also know we have so much of this captured. It's one of those areas of my
Mm.
life where it's like I see it as a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was a musician and like yeah, it's just I think the music also has something to do with how I remember him, which is what, not to make it all about my dissertation, but like my research, because it was, and that's why I'm so proud of that work because it's so like epitomizes, it's so representative of like the things I think about all the time.
Now I want to read your dissertation.
Well,
Can you
it
link?
goes a lot of
Can
directions.
you link it on
I
the
could, I certainly could,
for
but
interested viewers?
um,
Helen's dissertation.
what was I going to say though? For me, it's about sound. That taking a picture,
Mm,
like you mentioned, there's only so much you can capture. Like we have to make
right.
intentional decisions about what is in the frame, and so then it's like
Yeah.
what is lost of that moment as well. That was not in the frame.
Yeah.
Whereas hearing and sound is omnidirectional, and it's so like we
Ooh, I
can
like
hear
that
in all
word.
directions at once, and we can hear simultaneous sounds at once too.
Yeah.
So we can hear multiple things together too. So it's,
Mm.
not that I'm like advocating for turn on voice notes and record your life that way, but think
Well,
more about like sound and what
yeah.
sonic epistemologies, sonic ways of knowing, like ways to think through sound, because so much of our culture is visual and is like
Yeah.
in these visual metaphors are like embedded in the way we talk about seeing a new perspective or
Mm.
like an illuminating idea. Like these are light and visual metaphors. But when we think about how we can hear multiple perspectives and like we can handle simultaneity, we can grapple with multiple perspectives at once. And this is getting more into kind of
Yeah.
the social justice realm of this work too, but really just on that idea of like our physical means of documenting life, and we can say specifically family life, like are so limited and yet so powerful, which you and I can attest to, of like the ways we
Yeah.
remember our own childhoods, because we also have, I think it's like around Halloween 95 of like this video that we
Mm.
quote that like
Yeah.
I can see so clearly little Helen crawling around and pulling the little plug covers out of the sockets and
Oh man.
Reed blew out my pumpkin. Oh my gosh. And I cannot wait to share these with Violet. Like yeah, that just makes my heart so happy to think that we do have these and I will be able to share, not just
Yeah.
telling her stories, because all of this for me too is so wrapped up, I think, in a deep-seated fear of forgetting. Like, and this is,
Yes.
I won't get too
Yes.
into it, but it's like something I have continuously working through in therapy is like this fear I have of like not trusting my mind to hold on to all of these things, to remember
Mm.
the things, and so I, in a way, want to outsource it, I guess, to
Okay.
documenting
Yeah.
things, whether that's taking pictures, whether that's writing in my journal, and finding ways to capture these moments because I'm afraid I won't remember them later. And that there's a lot of lots behind that, but
Yeah.
it's something I'm just like more and more recognizing in the ways I move through the world and
Hmm.
the choices I make. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird line to walk of I want to capture it. And it's also, it's kind of it's the norm. Like if you're not taking a picture
Hmm.
at the kids' Christmas play or a video, it's like, why aren't you documenting that? You know,
Well,
like
who asks that?
everybody else
Who
is.
do you think is asking that?
I don't know. And
Like,
maybe nobody is.
yeah.
But I
Or like, I don't
guess
know, have you, and this isn't, I don't want to out you as like judgy person, but have you ever looked at another parent and been like, well, they're not taking a picture. They don't love their
no,
child. Yeah, right. That's what I'm
no,
just
I
trying to
haven't.
say.
But I maybe there's something
But
in my
I
mind of like,
understand what you're
well,
saying. Yeah.
everybody else is documenting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And you see that, something not capturing family life, but like at concerts now,
Hmm.
I think about, are you really gonna go back and watch the shaky video with people's hands in front of your
But I have
screen?
to put it on
Like,
Instagram so that
I'm
everyone knows I was
right.
there, which I think is now, we will
Yeah,
not
it's a
be able to
whole
unwrap all
nother.
of these
No,
layers in one
no.
hour. But now there's also the pressure that this is not just something I'm
Right.
capturing
It's
for
not just for
myself,
you.
but it is also as proof for the rest of the world
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
I'm doing something and that I am who I am. But Yeah,
No,
no.
it's
And here's
layered.
what I miss.
It's
I always remember like going to a Cardinals game and when Albert Pujols was up to bat, you would just see like constant camera flashes. Like the entire stadium just became like camera bolts flash, 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 flashing. And now it's
yeah,
just phones, when the big
it's just
star comes
phones.
up to the plate. But I think there was just such a sense of community and shared connection in that moment because it's all like we are witnessing a great doing his great thing and we need a
Yeah.
picture of this. Now I say that and I'm like, I wonder where my pictures, my blurry, like nosebleed seat pictures of Albert Pujols are because with the accumulation of all the physical media too, it's like that stuff got the
Yeah,
things that we didn't intentionally put in a photo album and tuck
I've
away
got a big
in a
photo
special
box
place or who the
under
heck knows.
under my bed at my parents' house. I have a
Mm-hmm.
it's a cheetah print
Ooh.
box. It's not a shoe box, it's meant for photos.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, I have pictures of the time I went and saw a few of the members of NSYNC who
Ooh.
came in town for a celebrity bowling tournament in Noblesville for a Pacers. Oh yeah. Stood
I've not
outside.
heard this one.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Stardust Bowl,
God.
Noblesville, Indiana. 2000? Maybe 2000 or
Celebrity bowling.
2001. Celebrity bowling. It was JC
Mm.
and I think Joey. I don't remember who the other one. I know JC was there
Yeah.
because I remember his blue hat. And I have pictures.
Yeah.
And I went with my mom and my sister, and it was just to see them.
Just to
It
see.
wasn't
Yeah.
like we were go
They
like we
weren't
didn't get to
performing.
go
You weren't going to see
bowling.
them bowl.
There was no
It was just
performance.
the
It was like
joy of,
watch them
yeah.
walk inside a
Yep.
building.
Yep.
But I have got pictures of it. They might
Mm-hmm.
have been, I think they were outside doing like a radio interview, so they
Mm-hmm.
were sitting outside for a little bit. Gosh, it's
Yeah.
terrible. I can't remember what was the other. Was it Lance? Maybe it was Lance. I don't know.
Wow.
I know it was JC, but
Yeah.
it's escaped me who the other
Hmm.
NSYNC member was.
Well, and
Anyways,
is it?
so I have that in a
Yeah.
photo box, but
Yeah.
you were also limited. That's the other thing about,
Mm-hmm.
well, not I didn't have digital camera
Mm-hmm.
then. I had disposable cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So film, like you had a
Mm-hmm.
limited number that you could take.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had to choose like
Mm-hmm.
what moments do I really want to capture? Because
Mm-hmm.
I've got 28 or I've got 24, whatever was
Mm-hmm.
on the roll. And if you took too many, then
Mm-hmm.
uh-oh, if you don't have another camera, you don't have a way to capture it. So
Yep.
you better ration out your photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
It's definitely something we could keep talking about. It's something
Mm-hmm.
I think more and more about, certainly now that I'm a parent and have
Mm-hmm.
been,
Mm-hmm.
and looking back through the just insane amount of photos that I took when Camden was first born.
Yeah.
Firstborn, it's like I
Yeah.
better capture every single
Yeah.
stinking facial expression.
Yep.
In a day, I could take like 100 photos, maybe more, I don't know,
And now
of
they're all on
just one day.
your wall of Camden.
I know poor Lily's still not on our photo wall. But it stops at Camden age 2. Like I
Yeah.
haven't updated it since he
Yeah.
was 2. He's 6. So we have 4 years of photos to incorporate onto our giant photo wall. I know. We keep talking about needing to update that. But it's like, how do I choose? How do I choose which ones to take
Yeah.
down? How
Yeah.
do I choose what photos out of 4
Just start spreading onto
years?
all the other walls, just as your house.
I know. Every wall is covered. It'll be just like my junior high, high
Oh my
school bedroom,
gosh. Man, I
floor
feel
to
like I'm learning
ceiling.
so much about you on a deep level tonight that I didn't realize, but I'm like connecting so many dots right now.
Oh man. Oh, they all go back to
They
NSYNC.
all go
No.
back to yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which
Whew,
I just watched a documentary about boy
really?
bands on HBO.
Oh,
Go check
nice.
it out.
Okay.
It's more than just NSYNC, but Joey was,
Hmm.
I think, the producer of the
Oh,
project.
sweet.
I can't remember the name of it, but I just know it was on HBO and Joey did
Boy
it.
bands.
So all that to
Thanks,
say,
Joey. And
NSYNC
were you at
was.
the bowling, the celebrity bowling event in Noblesville, Joey? Let us know in the
I don't
comments
know. I don't know.
because you know
I
he's
don't think he
listening.
was. Oh, definitely. Listen, if Jonathan Haidt can like a post about me with my last name not on it, then Joey Fatone from NSYNC can absolutely listen to episode 38 of Millennial Mom Thoughts. I'm just saying, the
I'm
possibilities,
Helen.
people. Somebody, somebody send it to him. Somebody
Oh,
tag Joey. Joey, do
yeah.
you want to come on our podcast? You like to talk about stuff. Would that not be the wildest thing? Let's put that out into
That's a
the
stretch.
universe.
Yes. I
Come
said my
on.
stretch goal is branded notebooks. Yours can be
Mine is
interviewing
Joey
Joey
Fatone.
Fatone.
I think it would be pretty cool though. I think
Yes.
it would. And I don't think I would like totally lose my mind like I would as a 15-year-old.
Oh,
You know?
I
Like
would.
I could talk to him as a like I mean, yeah, you
As a
did cool
peer.
stuff, but you're still a
Yeah.
well, he's not a
Yeah.
peer,
No,
he's
I would.
much older than
I
me.
know.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that part. Sorry, Joe. You're not much older than me. You're just older than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. 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 Well, he was your teen idol. Like he's got to,
Yeah,
you know.
one of five.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have,
So,
is one your particular fave? If you had to
I
have one member of NSYNC on your podcast, which is obviously a coded
oh
question of who is your favorite
oh
member of
man.
NSYNC.
Well, I don't know
Uh,
that I had a favorite because I loved aspects about all of
yeah,
them. I think the who would be the best? I think it'd be fun to talk to Lance. Well, Lance had or maybe has a podcast.
really.
I know he did Sirius XM radio for a while. Um, I don't know. I think I would want to talk to JC because he's kind of pulled back from the pub, like he's not out
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's living a quiet life.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know.
We could do an expose.
Dear JC, what have you been up to?
Please
Remember
come on
that
our
solo
podcast
album
and
that
let
you
the
put
world
out?
know. Don't worry, only about 12 people will listen.
Hey, we have more subscribers than 12.
Do we? That's amazing.
We do.
I haven't looked
I
at the
think
numbers in a while. They make me
it might be
nervous.
30. We might be at
Wow.
30.
Well, thank you,
Can't remember. We're
listeners,
over
for
1,000
that's
streams and downloads,
yes, we are. We are. It's fantastic. It's so
which is
cool.
cool.
The internet is a
Yeah,
cool place. Podcasts
it
are a
is.
fabulous medium because sound is the best. And
Yes.
and
So
and
thank you for listening. It's pretty cool.
yeah. I know we have so much more we
So
wanted
much.
to talk about,
But we
could
have to
talk
stop.
about.
I know,
We
we
may
have to
need to do
stop.
like a two-parter on this, or at least just
How many
continue this
times have we said
conversation.
that?
And I know.
So
What, do we
many
already have a
times.
topic for next week? This is a quick don't want to
Um,
forget. We'll edit later. I'm not going to actually read that, but
oh
I loved
yeah.
that
I,
note.
I just wrote that
So,
down. It's like
yep.
if I don't write this down right now, I will forget. Speaking
Yep.
of preserving
You're,
things,
uh-huh.
if I don't write it down,
100%. 100%. But I don't know. So
we'll
stay
keep it
tuned,
going.
dear listeners.
We didn't even talk about how AI incorporates into this
Were we
conversation
going
because
to?
it does.
Gross. Get it out of here.
No,
No,
it
I
does
know. Of
though.
course it does. Yeah. No, it's all well that came up in that novel I read too. That's what I love about literature.
Mm,
It's like remember how my reflection earlier was music is so cool. It's like
music is so cool.
it like can connect you with memories. Also just side note books.
Yeah.
Books are so cool.
So
It's like
here's you know what? I'm gonna update my ending, exit, outro, whatever you call it for the
okay.
podcast.
Okay.
In addition to going outside and touching
Mm-hmm.
that grass and leaving your
Mm-hmm.
phone inside, bring a book with you. You
Mm-hmm.
know what? Go outside and read a book. Or if you don't have a book that you have checked out at the library, go get some music. Maybe
There
you
you
have a
go.
CD player still somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or so that you're not tempted to get on your phone, get your Bluetooth portable speaker, get that playlist going, put your phone in your house, bring that speaker out with you. Hopefully it reaches as far as you're planning to go outside. I don't know. Go sit out on the back deck and play some music
There
and
you
just
go.
take in nature and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Do those things. Read, listen to music, eat a donut.
And
Touch
enjoy
grass.
the after you finish this podcast though you probably well maybe you're bluetoothing us in your backyard right now,
Oh,
who knows it.
yes, do that. Totally.
And so enjoy this podcast music by Brian Spiegelmeyer. Jordan Spiegelmeyer does our social media. That's what she does. I am Helen Plevka-Jones. I edit the audio, and we will catch you on the flippity flip.